level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really let, hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to start. I thought Lil Murder was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had it on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yana Van Zam's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the Three Kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see. Can I see? Get me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Hey, people. What up? Welcome to Run Your Mouth. I am L Teddy 27 here today to bring you all of the news that you might have missed while you were at work. We're here. What's going on, y'all? Tomorrow this time, I won't be here. I'll be in Virginia, and we will be celebrating the nuptials of let me make sure I got the right date. Yes, I got the right date. We will be celebrating the nuptials of Janae and Terrence. So they might not be in the chat today because they are preparing for their nuptials tomorrow. I will be there in Virginia Beach and stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I need to figure out what the color scheme is. I'm gonna just wear something that I think look cute. Hold on. I had to take a picture so I could have the address for tomorrow in case I forget. Anyway, I will be there tomorrow. Y'all give a hearty congratulations to them because that is a beautiful thing when love wins and you can find love. I'm so happy for Janae and Terrence. You know, there's some of us who out here, we over here by ourselves, ain't got nobody. 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 No, nobody. Nobody. No, nobody. That's what we got. Mmm. Mmm. Ciao. So let's proceed. Let me say hey to y'all. I do have quite a bit to discuss today. Can y'all do me this favor, okay? Can y'all do me a quick favor? I need everybody in the chat to first, at least for the next few weeks, put your actual YouTube handle. Since raggedy ass YouTube took away people's handles and just put ats, and some of y'all ats is not y'all handle. I need y'all to just put y'all handle in the chat so I don't miss nobody or mess nobody up. Okay. Some people I know because of their avatar or their name is similar. Some people I just don't. Don't blame me. Blame YouTube. If you in the bushes, pop out and do that for me, please. Now I know this is Tracy W. Hey Tracy W. I know my girl Demetria. Hey Demetria boo. Mm-hmm. Jason, what's good, bruh? I know this is Rosanda. Hey Rosanda. We got Savon. Hey boo. The Informed. What's good, sir? How is Maryland today? Maryland is in the dossier today, and I'm gonna lose my mind and go off. The Informed. Maryland has made the dossier, and I'm gonna lose it today. I'm gonna lose it. I'm telling you now. I believe this is Tamara. Hey Tamara, boo. Now look who decided to roll up in here on us today. Mm-hmm. Now we ain't seen her in the month of Sundays. She been skipping class. Hey Angela, what's going on, boo? Is it cold up there in Detroit yet? I mean in Michigan yet? Is it cold up there yet in Michigan? It's cold down here, honey. We have yet to reach 50 all day. It's been in the 40s and raining all day again. I believe this is Grown Woman Don't Try Me. Hey, boo. I know this is Lock Queen. We know Tracy Chappelle. You know that's in the dossier today. We'll get to that too. Mm-hmm. You emailed me? Okay. I'll look at it when we get off here. Do I need to look at it now, Demetria? Do I need to stop and look at my email now, Demetria? Hold on. Hold your line. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, wrong email. Wrong hole, fool. I got your email. I'm looking. Demetria, nobody emailed me. Let me check my spam though. Sometimes some stuff go to spam. Nobody emailed me, Demetria. Let me see. And I don't believe nobody sent me nothing on Instagram. Yeah. Nobody emailed me. Nobody sent me nothing on Instagram, Demetria. So not yet. Oh, yeah, not yet. I got you, Demetria. But nobody sent me anything, so I just checked. Mm. Harold! Harold! Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Now I'm trying to figure out who this is. Oh, Lord. I'm going to just say, hey, come on to 757. I know this is Antonia looking radiant as always. I know this is Karen D. Karen D says she came just to give her thumbs up and she going back to work. Let's see who else we have here. I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm gonna do the best I can. You know, I'm gonna put a little something together. Nothing too, extravagant. Just something. It's a way, just just be real cute, real fast, and and do it up. Yeah, shout out to Janae and Terrence. Listen, Tracy, you mess around and let one of the grooms be cute enough. I got my own hotel room by myself. You can come on down to the hotel room, and we could have a conversation about some stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. Ciao. Hey, Yana. I know this is Yana. Ciao. Ciao. I got Jesus. That's all I need. Ciao. I did see that stuff. I did. You know, they put that on all websites everywhere. You know, they have that on the actual USDA website. They blaming the Dems for everything. Look at this one. Look at here. Look at here. Hey, Butterfly. Hey, Shay. I know that's Shay. Hey, Miss E. Volvo. Hey, Cookie. Ciao. You see the change now? Listen, don't do me. Do not do me. Tracy. Montrez, what's good, bruh? Janae, what's going on, beautiful? Down to the North Kakalaki. Jeannie, what's going on? Hey, friend. Oh, you know why the informed, and I'm gonna lose it. Cha. Oh, that's Crimson 25. Oh, okay. Hey, friend. Mama Bees. Every time I say your name, Mama Bees, you know what I want to say? Yamo be there. Up and over. Yamo be there. Up and over. That was my jam. Come on, isn't that Michael McDonald? And who was on that song with him? Who sang Yamo Be There with Michael McDonald? Was that Jeffrey Osborne or James Ingram? I think it was James Ingram. I think it was James Ingram and Michael McDonald. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hey, crazy homebody girl. What's going on? Yeah, I think that's James Ingram and Michael McDonald. What's going on? Hey. Y'all taking one of the elder ladies in your building? That's good stuff right there, Tracy. I would take in an elderly person, but they don't want to hear the kind of stuff that be going on in my house. They don't want no parts of this. Baby, the way they'll be appalled. and some of the sounds and noises that they may hear. Uncle Jay, what's going on? Felicia, what is up, my love? I don't even see Chef. Did I pass Chef? I do not see Chef in this chat unless Chef got a new avatar. Hold on. Chef is not in this chat. Where's y'all see a Chef at? Tracy said, hey, Chef. I don't see Chef in this chat. Hey, Catherine Powell. I don't know what you talk about, but if I do get one. Hey, Twin Flames. I don't see. Wait, hold on. Let me go back. I'm going. I do not see Chef. It's not showing up in my. And I'm literally going through every single. Chef, where's you at? I see Catherine. I see Tracy say, hey, Chef. But I don't see Chef before that. I saw Uncle Jay. Let me. Wait a minute. What is they doing with Chef? I see Chef over here on this side. I don't see him on this side to highlight his name. But since I know he here, let me play his theme music all the way coming to us, y'all. Coming to us all the way from Chef is in the building. I don't know what's going on. That is so weird. Hey, IPV. No, they canceled the trip. My job canceled the trip, Catherine. There you go. There goes Chef. I was like, well, where is Chef? There you go. Yeah, the wedding is tomorrow. The wedding is tomorrow. Hey, Lee. Look at it. Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at that one. Ciao. 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 You came all the way from the you came all the way here from. We love the ghetto over here. I was born and raised in the ghetto. Uh-huh. Oh, I miss you, Candace F. I'm sorry, my love. Hey, Candace F. I think in some people it's just not showing. Hey, Symmetry. You about to take your neighbor some bread and milk? Well, what you bringing me? What is you bringing me? Hey, Tanya Boo. Cha. I was not seeing Chef at all. Hey, Tarshell. Y'all, we got to get started. I got a dossier that is packed, and I got to get out of here at exactly 6:45 today because I got to be somewhere at 7 o'clock. And I know I'm not going to make it if I get out of here by 6:45, but I won't be too late if I get there by 7 o'clock. Hey, DPG. Again, y'all came straight over to see me. I feel loved. I'm glad you came. Now the Chinese food in the ghetto do be the best one. I ain't gonna even hold you. You got to find you a good ghetto Chinese restaurant, baby. The way that food be slapping. I do not have a hot date. I got a date with the barber. Although I do wish I had a hot date with my barber. That man is fine. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna even hold you. My barber is fine as shit. Woo! But I gotta go down and see him so I can have a fresh cut for the nuptials tomorrow. I don't want to go there looking any kind of way. I ain't had a haircut in like a week and a half. So I gotta get this bob, get this good bob redone. So I'm right. Listen, we were just talking about you, Janae, and everybody was congratulating you on your nuptials. And I was saying how I'm going to get my bob trimmed up, get this head done for the nuptial. Everybody asking me how many numbers I'm coming home with. I hope the groomsmen are cute and not married. I don't care if they straight or not, because you can convert a couple of them. Just long as they cute and not married. I mean, I don't care if they married either. But as long as they cute, long as they crude. Anyway. But congratulations. Anyway, we're starting today with some updates like we did yesterday. There's a picture. I do have some updates on the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa as the death toll is mounting. But let me get through some of these videos. Oh, they cute and both of them married. Just point me in the direction of their wives. Let me tell y'all, let me help y'all to the game. You go and play nice with their wives, and so their wives are very unsuspecting because they be like, oh, I ain't worried about my man with him. Then you go in for the kill. It's just a little game. Once you become friends with the wives, it's easier. I'm talking about for those of us in the Rainbow Coalition compound. Once you make friends with the wife, that's how you get in. That's the easy way in. Not that I'm in the business of breaking up happy homes at all, but if I was, that's some game that I'll put you in on. Because she never see you coming. She'll blame everybody else. She'll blame her best friend with a cooter before she blame you. And you could just sit back and smile and be like, oh, girl, I can't believe he did that. Oh, it sure was. I saw her looking at him the wrong way, knowing good and well. Anyway, where was we at? Oh, where was we at? Let me get back to what I'm saying. Hey, Terrence. Oh. I can't tell all my business. Hey, Brittany Janae, what's going on? Child, ain't it though? I did not say that's what I do, but what I'm saying is if I were inclined to do some things, that might be how you do it. Hey, Precious Jewel. Precious Jewel, they over here coming at my good throat already. Anyway, let me get to some of these videos that we have. Here's the first video. This is some of the devastation at Black River, just to the east of the eye wall after it passed through. This is the devastation. Those are concrete buildings that you see. Those are concrete buildings that did not stand a chance against the hurricane. This is the airport in Montego Bay, Jamaica. This is the airport in Montego Bay, Jamaica. That was the airport in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Mind you, Montego Bay, Jamaica is on the other side of the island from where, not the other side. I mean, it was on the island entered around the, I think they said New Hope area, but directly like north of there is Montego Bay. So it had to go over land and decrease in its power just a smidge, and still was able to do that to the airport. Mm-hmm. Here's another video.
And the church there, totally demolished. It's gone down. Look for the scene! Yo!
I believe they said that was a hospital. And this is the last video I saw. This one gives a lot of aerial views from the air. Yeah, this one gives a lot of aerial views. You can see boats that have been, parked in the middle of neighborhoods after the storm surge and so forth. But that's just some of the devastation. Now, it wasn't only in Jamaica. They said at least 23 people are dead as a result of Hurricane Melissa from the flooding. They had flooding from Hurricane Melissa, and they said that there are at least 23 people that have died in Haiti. 17 people have been injured, and 13 people are still missing due to Hurricane Melissa. And Hurricane Melissa did not have a direct hit on Haiti, just outer bands. Hmm. There was a because of the flooding due to the rain of Hurricane Melissa. There was a river that overflowed at Petit Goave in Haiti, and there was devastating flooding. At least 23 people were had passed. They said 10 of the deceased are children. Hmm. They're still looking for 13 missing people. Hmm. There is, but in um, it's Melissa is still out there. It is as of 5 o'clock today. It is a 90-mile-per-hour Category 1 hurricane located just off the southeastern coast of Long Island in Bahamas, and that's according to the National Hurricane Center. Um, the U.S. State Department has finally said that they will um, have a task force that they are going to send over to Jamaica, as well as to Cuba, where Guantanamo Bay is. Um, Several entities are donating. Organizations, Arthur Blank's Family Foundation in Atlanta is donating $2.5 million. World Central Kitchen, a U.S. based nonprofit, said that it has partner restaurants in Jamaica, and they are serving meals to families impacted by Melissa, as in Jamaica and some in Haiti. Um, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio confirmed that the U.S. was in close contact with the officials in Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and the Bahamas to send relief in the aftermath. The UK also said today it was deploying $3.3 million in emergency humanitarian funding to help in the recovery for all of the islands that have been impacted, that being Haiti, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Cuba, and parts of the Bahamas. Um, but as we speak, Melissa is not done. She's bearing down on the Bahamas. Uh-huh. Is as a Category 1. Um, Here is some aerial views. Hold on. This is an aerial view of some of the devastation where the eye wall made an impact. Just to give you a aerial view. Here's an aerial view of where the eye wall made eye wall cross, and it looks like somebody laid a bomb out. It literally looks like somebody set off a bomb in that area. I did put out in the chat yesterday, and I will do it again here today, of the official website where you can give money and support, knowing that it will go directly to Jamaica if you want to make um a donation directly to them. Hey, Miss Bay Thing. Hey, Paul. Hey, Ravine. Um, Ravine, there's if they were in Kingston, they may make it out in a couple days. But if they were in the Montego Bay area, they said it could be weeks before anybody gets out of the Montego Bay area. They said if there were visitors, tourists in the Montego Bay area, it could literally be weeks before people get out of that area. Hey, Sweet Pea, as you can see, the airport, it won't be functional for some time. Won't be functional for some time. So we certainly want to keep our thoughts and prayers with all of the areas, Jamaica, Cuba, Bahamas, Haiti, and all of the areas that have been ravaged by this storm. They're saying in the area of New Hope, Black River, and the surrounding areas where the I first made landfall, they say it's complete devastation. The entirety of the infrastructure in that area has been destroyed, and that's coming from the prime minister. The entire infrastructure, streets, that includes streets, that includes the power grid, that includes any mechanism of telecommunication services, complete destruction. Mhm. So, and we mentioned that. We talked about, even before it hit, we said that this would be um devastating. We said it would be devastating. Mhm. So, um that's the word that keeps getting repeated, devastating or devastation. That's the only word. They have not started to give out numbers for the death toll in Jamaica, because they are still trying to get in there and get two people. So they have not even begun to tally the death toll um in parts of Jamaica. Now, Kingston, they said that they expect their airport maybe sometime tonight, or this evening. Will hope They're looking to hopefully resume flights into Kingston. I'm sorry, out of Kingston, or to reopen that airport tonight. But I think if you're trying to get to Kingston, I don't think they're going to be letting tourists there. I think to get into the country, they're probably going to limit it to citizens and residents only, who may have been out of the country for the hurricane and may need to come back. Those are the updates that I have. Um, I believe that's most of it. But yeah, we have complete devastation going on. Hey, D. Yeah, we still have not heard from my friend, and this has been uh uh um this has been since sometime yesterday morning. Now we're just attributing it to there being communication down. We do not believe that he is passed. Hey, Chimera, but he lives in Montego Bay. He went to college with us, and we were, texting with him on WhatsApp and whatnot. We have not been able to reach him since uh, eh, probably yesterday afternoon sometime. Yeah, it was yesterday afternoon sometime was the last time we were able to reach him. You still waiting to hear from your uncle and your family members? Yeah. And that's why if you remember on Monday when we did run your mouth, I said if you have family there, call them now because there may be some time before you can reach them again if they're in the areas directly or affected. So just give it some time, just keep trying. And we're praying that there's limited loss of life and so forth. But if you remember when I was live on Monday, I kept saying if you have not already talked to your family members, do it now because it may be some time before you're able to get back in contact with them. And it was exactly what we thought would happen is what happened. So certainly, our thoughts and prayers are with them. And with that, like I said, continue to check your news feeds and so forth, and keep yourself abreast on everything. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, I bring to you the late great Larry Myers to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So loved the world, I want to fight. That he gave, his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And who shall ever believe?
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus. Thank you, Larry. Y'all hold on just 1 second. Hold on just 1 second. Hold on just 1 second. 1 second, y'all. Give me a second. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Give me 1 second. I apologize. I did that wrong, huh? You did do that wrong, L Teddy. You did that all the way wrong. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I apologize. I'm doing something real fast. Give me a second. Give me a sec. Okay. You did that wrong. All right, because I'll forget to do something. Because I will forget to do stuff. I'm bad about doing stuff. I'll forget to do stuff. All right. So, in our first sugar spiky story, you should know that while your president is illegally destroying 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, destroying the White House, there's an actual government agency that handles, this is a federal agency that advises on architectural development in Washington, D.C. And the White House and other historical landmarks are in their purview with regard to making decisions on how they should be altered and things like that. Well, The White House yesterday fired the members of the Commission of Fine Arts. Now, this is a federal agency that was that Congress set up, right? Back in 1910 to oversee historical national landmarks in Washington, D.C., and things like the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Monument, the White House, and all of these things fall under their purview. And they are the federal agency set up by Congress that is supposed to make the determinations on if and when these buildings should be altered, updated, renovated, or anything of the such. Your president has fired those people. According to a statement from the White House, they said, quote, "We are preparing to appoint a new slate of members to the commission that are more aligned with President Trump's America First policies," end of quote. Now, we know this move comes as your president is plowing ahead with construction of a ballroom at the White House, demolishing the East Wing in the process, and as he has spoken about building an arch near the entrance to the district across from Arlington National Cemetery. He wants to build something similar to the Arch de Triomphe over in France. He wants everything dedicated to him. Mhm. But it's being reported that he fired all 6 members of the commission, which is expected to review plans for not only the arch that he wants to build, but the ballroom. Here we are. Here we are. There are no rules anymore. There are legitimately the complete annihilation and obviation of anything we know to be rules, standing policies, anything of that. So it's all on going down the window. Here we are. In more sugar spiky news. Because if nothing, Demetria, check your email. If nothing alarms you, I wish Terrence were here so he could explain to you all what this is. Now, in the military, they have things called quick reaction forces or quick response forces, right? These are forces that generally go in and shut shit down real quick using deadly force if they need to. Okay? Now, for those people who've been in the military, been deployed into other countries, and have been boots on the ground, they are very aware of what a response force is or a quick reaction force is. They are very aware of what that is. I'm sure all of my military people, they will let you know that those people that are a part of that shit, they go in with reckless abandon. They ain't no rules for them. Nope, don't want nope. Go in there. We need to shut that shit down now by any means necessary. Well, this is what they do when they go to other countries to try to get things in order. Well, now it's being revealed that there are Pentagon orders going out to states' national guards to form quick reaction forces for crowd control. A Pentagon memo details plans to train over 20,000 National Guard members across the U.S. to carry out your president's order on subduing civil unrest. A top U.S. military official has ordered the National Guards of all 50 U.S. states, the District of Columbia, and U.S. territories to form, quote, quick reaction forces, end of quote, and be trained in riot control, including use of batons, body shields, tasers, and pepper spray, according to an internal Pentagon directive reviewed by news outlets. The memo, signed on October 8th by Major General Ronald Burkett, the director of operations for the Pentagon's National Guard Bureau, sets thresholds for the size of the quick reaction force to be trained in each state, with most states required to train 500 National Guard members for a total of 23,500 troops nationwide. As authority, Major General Burkett cited Donald Trump's August executive order that deployed the National Guard to fight crime in Washington, D.C. The same order required the Secretary of Defense to create, quote, a standing National Guard quick reaction force available for rapid nationwide deployment in quelling civil disturbances, end of quote. Janessa Goldbeck, a former U.S. Marine Corps captain and chief executive of Vet Voice Foundation, a nonprofit advocacy group, said the order represented, quote, an attempt by the president to normalize a national militarized police force, end of quote. This is what they're going to use to have the military on the ground. I included her in the email, so go ahead and email her, Demetria. Just send the y'all can communicate via email because she should be on that email. Hey, Xavier. So here we are. There's a whole there are whole laws against using the military on US citizens, and they say, fuck that. Damn that. We're changing the rules. So yeah, here we are. Here the fuck we are. Here the fuck we are. Now, last time I checked, the National Guard was under the purview of state governors. And U.S. federal judges across the country have been deeming it illegal over and over and over for your president to militarize or federalize, I should say, these National Guard troops to use them on U.S. citizens, but they don't give a shit. They don't give a damn. And what are the people within our U.S. military doing? Bending the knee for fear of being fired or having their ranks lowered. They are taking stars away from generals, like 4-star generals being demoted to 3-star generals and things like that. So it's to move them out of the way if they don't have complete subjugation to this administration and what they are trying to do. So if you are looking for the military to do the right thing and make sure that safeguards remain in the military, you're dreaming. Don't wake me I'm dreaming. No. That was my jam. That was my jam back in the day. If I'm dreaming, just go let me sleep. Don't wake me up till my dream is complete. If I'm dreaming, just leave me alone. Turn off the lights and unplug the phone. That was a jam back in the day. Who used to sing that? Was that Christopher Williams? I think that was Christopher Williams, who was getting his booty hole played in by Diddy and all of the people down there. Child. You know, that was back in the day, the early 90s. They were still liking them light and bright. They liked the light brights back then. Light bright, turn on the magic of colored lights. That's what they liked back in the day. Child. Yeah, that was Chris Williams. Baby, the way they used to be playing up in his booty hole. Don't it be jamming though? Child. I just wanted to make y'all informed. And then this happened. Now, let me set this up for you. Before you become alarmed, that bitch over there with the red on, she is the wife of Stephen Miller. And any bitch, and I say that with all the care in the world, any whore bitch, slut, skank, married to the likes of fucking Stephen Miller, I wish nothing but the worst for you. The fact that you would subject yourself to that, horrible person. Horrible person. But she had words. Oh, no. She's full. She's in it to win it. Oh, she believes every part of it. She's a part of that racist white faction. There's a small racist white faction in population in Broward County, Florida, which happens to be the bluest of blue counties in all of Florida. But there is a segment of that population that is ultra racist and MAGA, and she comes from that ilk. Here's what she had to say about Corinne Jean-Pierre.
What I think you're seeing and what Karen is attesting to is that she is quite incompetent to do the job, right? This is what Republicans have been saying for years now, is that she is just another evidence that DEI doesn't work, whether that's in the White House in your press secretary role, or whether that's an air traffic controller, an air pilot, whether that's your doctor. You want to hire the best for the role, not just based on skin color. Jake, why did she get the job over John Kirby?
Well, why are we assuming that she, as a black LGBT, gay woman, is DEI, but a white woman who is behind the podium right now, which DEI initially started as affirmative action, which was about affirmatively hiring women and minorities? Why is one DEI and the other is not?
Why did she get the job over John Kirby? Because as everyone has said this week, she is woefully incompetent.
She had the job long before John Kirby.
I will just say she used to be a commentator on CNN, then she was one on MSNBC. Mm-hmm. And she was good at that. I'm without getting into the job I thought she did as press secretary. I thought it didn't seem crazy to me because she was eloquent as a commentator.
Why is she trained every 4 sentences to say she is a black, queer, LGBTQ woman? Because that's how she's been promoted her entire career.
Anyway, Katie Miller and Karen Finney, thank you so much. Why is the Pentagon taking issue with the top?
My question is, and this is for CNN and these people that sit there, why do y'all sit there and just let these bitches just say whatever? Y'all don't check these whores. Y'all just let these fuck bitches just say whatever and just let it lay there like it's just gospel. Like John Kirby was just some great person. Like she was just way more underqualified versus John Kirby, right? Where was that energy for Jen Psaki? I noticed you have that energy for Corinne Jean-Pierre. You do realize Jen Psaki was press secretary first, right? Wouldn't it stand to reason by your own logic you should not be there being promoted as a person that's an aficionado on this, because that would make you a DEI person. Like them using you as a guest would be them venturing into the DEI bucket, wouldn't it, ma'am? If we're going by your same rationale. No, Jen Psaki was horrible. She should have never been. I always said if they were when Joseph Robinette hired, it should have been Jen Psaki, not Jen Psaki, Corinne, and then her deputy should have been what's the girl who's on MSNBC now? Simone Sanders Townsend. They were the ones. If you go back and look at the Biden campaign, it was Corinne Jean-Pierre and it was Simone Sanders Townsend. They were the ones that were speaking to the press all the time, not Jen Psaki's ass. It wasn't. Go back and look. She never does. But that's what this bitch right here wants to say. I cannot. Now, mind you, Caroline, she's the one who's not qualified. She's the one who has no credentials in journalism. She's the one who's a 20-something over her head, just spewing venomous talking points that come out of the insane ideations of her president, God King. I cannot. Was it a DEI hire when fucking Quasimodo, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, was the press secretary who had never done anything in the press, never done anything in journalism, but she was the press secretary, right? That was a DEI. I cannot. I can't at all. I cannot at all. But I just needed y'all to see that this is happening. Skank Bondi is in the news. And y'all know I can't stand Skank Bondi. Well, the Department of Justice has placed 2 federal prosecutors on leave today, according to multiple reports. This comes a day after they filed a sentencing memo describing the January 6, 2021 attack on the Capitol as a, quote, riot, end of quote, carried out by, quote, thousands of people comprising a mob, end of quote. And the White House and Skank Bondi took offense to them describing what happened on January 6th as a riot and had a problem with them describing it as, quote, thousands of people comprising a mob, end of quote. They took offense to that. And so now Assistant U.S. Attorneys Carlos Valdivia and Samuel White were told they would be suspended from their posts. Mhm. They were locked out of their offices. Were. Mhm. This This is because they filed a sentencing memo recommending the court issue a 27-month sentence for Taylor Taranto, who was a recipient of the blanket pardon President Donald John issued to convicted January 6 participants. He is set to be sentenced on Friday for unrelated crimes, including threatening the National Institute of Standards and Technology and driving through former President Obama's neighborhood with a van full of firearms and munitions. Rather than them being concerned that this man, this nut job, this Yahoo is getting put off the streets, they're concerned that attorneys called it what it was, a fucking riot, and said that these people were a fucking mob. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Here we are. There's no normal. There's no normal. Up is down, down is up. There's no normal. None at all. You know, Caroline, she's like 20 something. I think her husband is in his 60s. If I'm not go look it up, Xavier. I believe Caroline, she's one of them daddy issue girls that likes to be personal fluffers for all of the old white men down to the Washington D.C. Because I know she's getting pumped and dumped. I know she's the pass around pump and dump down to the West Wing and all up and down the White House. She ain't shit, but your resident national pump and dump. I cannot. But yeah, they're firing people for. They're more concerned with lawyers calling it a riot than they are with the fact that they're helping to get off the streets a man who threatened the National Institute of Standards and Technology and was driving through former President Obama's neighborhood with a van full of firearms and ammunition. I cannot. I cannot with this place. I just don't have it to do. I don't have it to do. Where's the informed? Let's get it, the informed. We going over to Maryland. We going right over to Maryland. Hey, CK Amelie. Yeah, she in her 20s. I mean, momentarily, we still have one. She's in her 20s. Let me find out how old her husband. I thought Xavier would have looked it up by now. I think her husband is in his 60s. Let's see. He's 59. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Uh-huh. He's 59. She's 27. If you should need her. If you should need her. That's how you get worms. Anyway, where is the informed? He done all of a sudden got quiet in the chat. Y'all notice the informed got quiet in the chat, right? That's because he know I'm coming around here to Maryland. Let me read this to you. Maryland Senate President Bill Ferguson, who is a Democrat, he said that he will not move forward with a mid-cycle redistricting push in his state, warning colleagues that the risk could be catastrophic. In a Dear Colleagues letter dated today, the Democrat leader of the Maryland Senate outlined the reasons he is bucking many of his fellow Democrats who have pushed him to pursue the redistricting effort, citing concerns about the likelihood of success as well as long-term consequences on democracy. He said in a letter that was obtained by Politico and other news outlets, he said, quote, despite deeply shared frustrations about the state of our country, mid-cycle redistricting for Maryland presents a reality where the legal risks are too high. The timeline for action is dangerous. The downside risk to Democrats is catastrophic, and the certainty of our existing map would be undermined. End of quote. He added that redistricting battles taking place in states across the country are at the core of the fight for democracy, and he cast blame directly on President Trump for pressuring GOP-led states. So let me get this straight, Mr. Ferguson. Let me get this the fuck straight, right? Y'all, your philosophy is, well, just sit back and we'll do nothing and we'll just let it happen and we'll close our eyes and you know, hold our breath and hope that it's over quickly. You're the one that when the bully beats you up, you would just crawl in the fetal position and cry and pray that it would end. Damn, putting up a fight. You'd rather get beat within inches of your life, or in some cases, lose your life by doing nothing instead of trying to do something. Because I have a news flash for Maryland and any other blue state that does not follow through with redistricting. This is happening, whether or not you want it to. And what it could mean is for the foreseeable time moving forward, you could never have a voice or never have an opportunity to effectuate any change in what is going on in the great federal government that we have in Washington, D.C. So what you want us to do is just sit there and fuck it and fucking take it, right? Because what you do is you will virtually dilute and make ineffective the votes of the entire great state of Maryland. What it will say is Maryland is a blue state, but it won't mean shit because your senators, their votes won't mean anything. Your representatives in the House, their votes won't mean anything because you'll never get the majority anymore. And at the rate these people are going, and fuck bitches like you, you're never going to get power again. This is the dumb shit that causes the Democrats to be seen as weak, spineless, feckless, puss-ass punk bitches. You can't just sit there and let people punk you like that and just say, oh, we shouldn't do this. Now is not the time. This could yield catastrophic changes in the future. What about the catastrophic changes right now? Because we're having catastrophic consequences right now. People in your state will be losing SNAP benefits, sir, in just about 72 good hours. And you over here screaming about, oh, now is not the time. We need to think about the future. We got to think about now. Damn the future. Some of these people might not even be here in the future because of the changes and because of the effects of what's happening now. Members of the Senate in the great state of Maryland, vote his ass out immediately. If you live in his fucking district, primary his ass, because it's people like him and people of his ilk that need to be the fuck out of politics. If you're not ready for the fucking fight, get the fuck out of the way. If you're not here to help us, we damn sure don't need you to hurt us. Get his ass out now. Let me look up and see when his tenure is over, when he's up for re-election. Let me look that up right now. I'm surprised The Informed doesn't know. I look for him to know these types of things. Let's see. See when he's up. He's up for re-election next year. He's up for re-election next year. Next year, 2026. Fuck that bitch. Get his ass out now. Y'all need to primary his ass. I'm serious. Y'all need to primary his ass now. Get you somebody that can run in that race. Let the people know he is trying to keep the status quo and keep bitches like Trump and all of these other people in power. Get his ass out of there. The fuck are you here for? The fuck did we elect you for? We didn't elect you for 20 years from now. We elected your bitch ass for right now. Well, I didn't, but the people of Maryland did. So, if you can't help us right now, get your ass out the fucking way. We don't have this type of time no more. Politics is no longer a non-contact sport. It's a full contact sport at this point. You either get right or get left. Mama B say she live in Maryland. His ass need to go. Exactly. I just reported the other day, the Inform, that Virginia was redoing their districts. Beautiful. Wonderful. It already passed their House, and now it's going to their Senate, where it will pass. They find all types of loopholes over there in Virginia to make the shit happen. And you fuck bitches got somebody in power down to the Maryland that's like, oh, well, I don't think now is the time. Oh, we need to rethink these things. People are in your state and Virginia are some of the most affected people by the government fucking furloughs. And you over here playing these fuck shit games. How many citizens in Maryland have been furloughed because of the fuck shit going on in Washington right now? And you telling people, oh, we have time. Don't worry about it. We have to think about it later. No, we got to think about now. People can't pay their fucking bills. People getting evicted. People getting their cars repoed because you and your fuck shit talking about, no, we could do this later. Fuck later. We need it right now. We got this type of time. His district in Baltimore too. Oh, he's too white for this. No. We can find somebody black. And I mean that. I meant that. He too white for this. He ain't built for this. Get one of us in there. Get me somebody that's gonna fight, because we ain't got this type of time. Don't. Let me move on, because I might lose it. The fuck they find your ass from? Looking like a bloated ass Pee Wee Herman. Who the fuck found you? Why are you here? Fucking with us. I'm spiking out.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So love the world. I want to fight. Daddy gave. His only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Sorry about that, y'all. I was spiking out a little bit. Oh, I had to gather myself. Thank you, Larry. Lord knows I was about to lose it. I almost lost it. Lord. Anyway, I'm way behind. Martin Koldorf, chair of the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, known as ACIP, at the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, said in an interview last week he believes vaccine mandates for schools are, quote, not necessary, end of quote. In an interview with Politico, ACIP's influence on public school vaccine policy was noted, and he was asked how he wanted the committee to approach the issue. He said, quote, ACIP should make recommendations based on what we think is best for children. I don't think we should be involved at all in mandating any vaccines. That's not our role. More generally, about mandates, I think mandates of the COVID vaccine were very detrimental. And I think that's one of the big driving forces behind what we see now in public health. Those mandates were both unscientific and unethical. End of quote. Where do y'all find these people? Where do y'all find these people? These people are trying to get us killed. Killed. Where do y'all find these people? Let's move forward. Oh, here's one of our headline stories. I thought you should know this. The Texas Supreme Court has ruled that state judges may decline to perform weddings, including same sex marriages, based on religious beliefs. Critics say the move could erode public confidence in the impartiality of the courts and chip away at the practical reach of marriage equality in Texas. The order issued Friday adds a single but sweeping line to Canon 4 of the Texas Code of Judicial Conduct. It says, quote, "It is not a violation of these canons for a judge to publicly refrain from performing a wedding ceremony based upon a sincerely held religious belief." End of quote. The amendment, signed by all 9 justices of the all Republican court, took immediate effect. The justices ordered it be published to the Texas Bar Journal and the Texas Register. The change followed years of quiet tensions over the obligations of judges in a state where local officials and clerks have officially resisted same-sex marriage rulings. Y'all see what this is, right? This all started after a Waco judge publicly admonished in 2019 was publicly admonished in 2019 for refusing to perform same-sex marriages while continuing to officiate heterosexual ceremonies. The Texas Supreme Court is now saying judges in Texas do not have to are not required to perform or sign off on same-sex marriages if they say that that's in their religious belief. And y'all have because I have people in my comments saying you're always being hyperbolic and over exaggerating. They're not going to do away with same-sex marriage. Really? Oh, really? Texas, basically what you're saying is you could basically be ending same-sex marriage in large swaths of the Texas border. Because by saying that the judges don't have to sign them, you know that trickles down to justices of the peace and anyone else who has powers vested in them from the great state of Texas to sign off on same-sex marriages. So if the judges who are supposed to be impartial don't have to sign off on them, if judges are now allowed to make decisions and adjudicate solely based on their religious beliefs, what does that do for people who don't share their religious beliefs? And this is for those people who were in my emails and DMs saying that I was always being an alarmist by saying that they were going to get rid of same-sex marriage. This is already happening. This is already happening. Again, when the Dems had the House and the Senate, and they saw that Roe v. Wade was struck down, wouldn't it have made sense then to codify into law same-sex marriage, so that by federal law, so that way the Supreme Court couldn't come strike it down like it's about to now? But here we are. I'm just bringing y'all up to speed on what's happening. I'm this is happening. And y'all think they won't get rid of sodomy laws? Y'all think they won't get rid of sodomy laws? The sodomy law ruling, the Lawrence v. Texas. We've talked about Lawrence v. Texas over and over and over. They're going to do away with Obergefell, which was the same-sex marriage decision by the Supreme Court. They will also then get rid of the Lawrence v. Texas ruling, which then made sodomy laws illegal, and they'll do away with that, and we'll go back to having sodomy laws immediately in over half the states in the country, and that will officially make it illegal to be gay again. Do you think we're not coming toward that time period? Again, Xavier was born in 1999. Lawrence v. Texas didn't happen until 2003. It's not been that long that being gay was actually illegal in over half the country. I'm not being hyperbolic here. Xavier, and I'm only using Xavier because I know he's one of our Gen Z members and he's one of our youngins here. Xavier was alive when Lawrence v. Texas happened, effectively no longer making it illegal to be gay in this country. And the Supreme Court could easily do away with that. It's not been that long where it was illegal to be gay in this country. Mr. Baythang said, "We need you, Larry. We need you."
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So loved the world, I want to fight. That he gave, his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Thank you, Larry. In our next Sugar Spiky story, let me play the video that will give you some context. Here's the video.
High-profile civil rights attorney Ben Crump is demanding answers tonight after Ohio police pepper sprayed Cardinal Ritter football players after a game earlier this month. Police say it was justified, but St. Louis families feel their kids were racially profiled. Fox 2's Chad Mira reports.
Me not being able to protect him.
Andre Main brought to tears reflecting on his son's football game in Massillon, Ohio.
Him and all his teammates need to understand that this is not right.
Maine's son and his Cardinal Ritter teammates were shaking hands on the field after a game in Massillon on October 3rd when some players started shoving. Although coaches seemed to separate the players, police in Ohio stepped in and pepper sprayed Cardinal Ritter players.
You don't have the police come and pepper spray only the predominantly black team and don't do anything to the other team? How is that anyway fair? What message are you sending to the children?
4 days after the game, Massillon police determined the use of force was justified. Wanting a deeper investigation, civil rights attorney Ben Crump has joined nearly 24 Cardinal Ritter families.
What we witnessed on that video was unjust and excessive, and there is no way to try to justify using chemical agents on 14, 15, 16-year-old children.
Attorneys say there's a string of concerning issues in Massillon, pointing to a 2023 hazing case involving athletes that resulted in no criminal charges.
This isn't their first time. This isn't their first rodeo. This is their culture. It's a culture of violence.
Crump didn't commit to filing any kind of legal action yet, but at the very least, they want to send a message to the kids.
I want them to understand that it's not going to happen anymore, because we're going to stand up for them until we get the justice that we deserve.
We reached out to Massillon Police and the Massillon School District and haven't heard back. In St. Louis, Chad Mira, Fox 2 News.
I don't even need to explain this. I don't need to explain this to y'all. Who the fuck is using pepper spray on high school students? Who the fuck is doing that? I have no words. I literally have no words. I have literally no words. Thank God. Never. There was never a time. There was never a time. Ever. Never. Ever. Nope. Never crossed my mind. Would never be something that would cross my mind. At all. At all. Never felt the need to use pepper spray. Never felt the need to call police on them. No, no. Ever. Ever. Never felt the need for any of that. In some good news, thank you, sweet 7-pound, 3-ounce baby Jesus. A Springfield, Illinois jury delivered a verdict in the case with the unfortunate murder of 36-year-old Sonia Massey. Sean Grayson, former deputy sheriff, was found guilty of second-degree murder. If you watched some of the witness testimony, his own partner who was there with him in the video said he was more, when they asked him, was he afraid of Sonia like Detective Grayson said that he was? He said, I was more afraid of Detective Grayson than I was of her because of his actions and his fuck shit. That's some good news. Lock his ass up. I need the maximum penalty, maximum sentence. I need maximum sentence. Second degree murder, maximum sentence. That's all. I'm just saying. Maximum sentence. Lock his ass up forever. Listen, y'all. I just got to do hit and quit it. I can only do headlines because I got to get out of here. I got to be somewhere at 7 o'clock. What's happening with this one? Oh, I probably needed to get to this, but we don't have time today. This is a young lady named Kat Abu Ghazala, 26-year-old. She's running for Illinois' 9th district in the state in their state Congress and in their state house, I should say. Well, she's been indicted by ICE. ICE is alleging that her and a group of individuals, quote, banged aggressively, end of quote, on the government vehicle and crowded together on the front and the side of a government vehicle, pushing against it to impede its movement. They also say that her and a group of protesters etched the message PIG into the body of the government vehicle and broke both a mirror and a windshield wiper. So she's been indicted. I'm sure this is what listen, Kat. We here for you, Kat. She's a progressive. She's a Dem. And you know that's all they needed to know. I'll have to get y'all more on this story because there's a lot of details on this story. I have to get this to y'all. Harvard was in the sugar spike segment. They are now delaying transgender healthcare courses after conservative outlets question fee waivers. I was supposed to go over how they're canceling courses that teach and instruct on transgender health and transgender and gender affirming medicine. They're canceling those courses at Harvard to appease bigots. Outside of the sugar spike segment, so we were supposed to talk about Dr. Phil and the fact that what was happening with Dr. Phil? Oh, his media company was ordered to liquidate after a judge ruled against him. Yeah, his media company has to liquidate under Chapter 7 bankruptcy. I was supposed to go over that. The monkeys are still loose. They're still looking for monkeys. They say it's 3 of them still out there. They're still looking for these monkeys, y'all. They said that they saw 5 of them and cops shot and killed 5 of them on site. Where's Peter when you need him? This ain't these monkeys' fault. Y'all need to be mad at the driver. The monkeys ain't have shit to do with this. And y'all over here shooting to kill these damn monkeys. Exactly, Angela. Exactly. But I ain't got time today because I got to get out of here. They in Mississippi. That's Terry Rozier. Now, Terry Rozier is one of the defendants that was involved in that in the NBA scandal. He's the one who they said was betting on his own game on NBA games with knowledge that he has. Well, I was supposed to talk about how his salary has been suspended and he won't be receiving his salary now that he's on leave and suspended from the NBA. Yeah, they've suspended his salary. He was due to receive the first installment of a $26.6 million annual salary this week. It won't be coming. Sorry. Hope that water is good. We were supposed to talk about Tyreek. Tracy C's favorite 2 people, Tyreek Hill and his estranged wife, Keita Vaccaro. She says she still needs a debit card, even though she's getting $500,000 in a divorce settlement. She still wants access to his debit card, even after it. That's what she's asking the judge for. We were supposed to go over that. I'm sure Tracy is elated. She loved this woman. We were supposed to talk about Darius McCrary and how he's been extradited to Michigan Angela, you can go on over there and play with Darius. He over there down to the Michigan. Go on over there. Uh-huh. He's been extradited to Michigan. Y'all know he was representing himself in that case with that child support case or whatnot. He was representing himself. He's been extradited to Michigan. Uh-huh. And our last story was going to be y'all's boy 50 trolling Lil Meech after BMF was canceled down to the stars. Can we cancel Power and all of its subsidiaries? Because I don't watch that shit no more. I had already said I was not watching that garbage no more after his antics when Michael K. Williams died. I wanted no more. I was done with anything connected to 50 cents. I have no room for him. I'm not reserving any room for him at all. Okay. And yeah, that was the dossier for today. I'm sorry I could not get to everything, y'all. I gotta get out of here, y'all. I have to get out of here because I have I gotta get down here. If I don't get down to my barber and he closed this good shop and I can't get this head did, I'm gonna be real mad because I can't be looking crazy at this wedding tomorrow. Y'all go they is not gonna talk about me down to this wedding tomorrow. Do you hear me? They are not gonna talk about me. I'm not y'all won't talk about me. Won't. Won't. So y'all gotta get out of here. Anyway, as I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. Y'all could have been a whole lot of places, but you decided to be here with me, and I am eternally grateful for it. I'll be back perhaps Saturday. I should be back Saturday. Hopefully, I'll be able to give you a silly Saturday on Saturday when I get back from the nuptials. Okay. I will see y'all then. That's all I got for y'all. It's really hold on. Let me see. It's really be going live so I can send y'all over there. Is really be going live? Is she already live? Hold on. Let me make sure. Really be ain't live. Get y'all over there. Down to the really be. Yeah, she live. So let me send y'all over there. Anyway, let me see y'all over to really be. Listen, y'all, I gotta get out of here. I will see y'all when I get back. I will see y'all when I get back. Congratulations again. Congratulations again to Janae and Terrence. We'll be there for the I almost said for the funeral. We'll be there for the wedding tomorrow. Girl, what I almost said funeral. Oh, it's at 3:00. Okay. All right. Yep. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.